Hello, hello. Today we are in for some Lohen farming yapping session. My thoughts on the Archon Quest, Act 9 and 10 because I don't have it recorded. And yeah, in the previous video I've talked about why I haven't recorded it, so check that out if you can. Anyway, today is a yap session on my thoughts on anything really in Genshin Impact while farming for Lohen's materials. So right now I'm currently going to battle the moon gecko. I'm just going to see what his weakness is. I'm not really sure. Oh, so I need HP. Okay. If it's HP then I wonder if this team is effective against the moon gecko. I have not seen this guy. I have not fought it. See? That's how you know. Oh no, it's gonna be G. It was Geo. It was Geo. I don't have any good Geo characters besides Noel and the Traveler. That's alright. It'll make do. Let's change my party. I'm gonna go with Noel, Columbina, Crispina, huh? Pina. And Lala. Let's just quickly defeat. Let's just defeat this guy. I don't know about quick. I don't have a healer. It clearly said it needed a healer. Oh, but I'm doing great damage against it though. Ah, gosh, I'm so dumb. Moonwalker. Those are achievement. Very interesting. Thoughts on the Archon Quest? I like it. At first, I initially thought that in Act 9, I initially thought that the burning was already happening, and that's why Nahida was looking like she was withering. But then later, I found out that it's actually not in Act 10, and having Nahida burn the air missile instead of the turret was a twist that I did not expect, genuinely. I was gagged. I did not expect that at all. It's something that I have what do you call it? Seen coming during the Archon Quest when I was playing the Archon Quest, but never before playing the Archon Quest. So that was really a surprise to me. Also, Pantalone's appearance, that was also great. I love the fact that he doesn't have a rat tail. I really love that for him. It was so refreshing to see a Genshin male character that doesn't have a long hair, a rat tail, and just like a regular like haircut from the back of the head that I can see regularly in real life. That was a bit refreshing for me. And his eyes, Pantaloon's eyes are so good. It reminds me of the moon actually. I love how they designed it. And what else? Yeah, oh, right. Let's talk about Paimon. Paimon was a surprise to me. I mean, her development in the quest was a very nice surprise for me because one, we've also been hinted that Paimon like has a certain attachment to the traveler, right? And we've been shown it multiple times, and it was very evident during Natlan. Yeah, I think it started. I think I started to notice it during Subaru when she was very worried for us, and then I think it cemented in me how attached she was to the traveler during Natlan Arc Quest, where we were separated from her because we needed to go to the Night Kingdom, and she can't go with us. And then when we returned, there was like a cutscene that we had that we literally hugged her. She was crying her eyes out. So yeah, her development all throughout the quest, the Act 9 and Act 10 quest surprised me. Because I did not expect her to say and even brought up the fact that maybe we thought that she is useless. She is not. Okay, she is not useless. Yeah, she's weak physically. She can't fight. That's true. Okay, she has been her companion ever since we've met her. She is her best friend. Not only that, she's also the best travel guide ever. TM. So the fact that all these years of being with Paimon, she brought that up, that was a shock to me. And what's even more surprising is Wanderer. She was with Wanderer and she asked this of Wanderer. One of the most pleasing interaction that I've ever witnessed in Genshin Impact because I've never expected Paimon and Wanderer to talk in private, right? I've never expected their dynamic. That caught me off guard. And when Paimon brought the question, like the question of her being useless to Wanderer, it made me think that Wanderer is at the moment the right character to ask that question to. And by the 7, he delivered. I like how he didn't outright say no to her, but encourage her to talk about why she thinks that and why she has led herself to believe that she is useless, or at least led herself to question if her presence is really needed. You know, that was such a great moment. It's really great. That's all I can say. Yeah. Overall, it's a I'd rate it as 8 over 10 quest. Yeah, 8. And no, it doesn't. Yeah, 8 because there were still many questions that I have that weren't answered, and there were parts of it that I wish they had a cutscene on or an animation on. But overall, it's such a nice quest. It's such a banner quest. Okay. Okay, who else should I talk about? Paimon. Then we have Wanderer. Oh, Kale, of course. How could I forget about Kale? I love that at the start of the quest, we were able to see her like writing a letter. And she was talking about like her dreams and stuff, like, right? And at the end of the quest, like Act 10, we see her writing a letter to Sucrose. And I love that they did that because it shows her relationship to other monster characters that actually was on the event, the Windbloom event from last time. Maybe other players are confused about why they're friends or they're interacting at all if they haven't played the actual event. It won't make sense to them. If you read the webtoon, it may have make sense a little bit. But yeah, Kole. This girl has been through so much, and I'm so glad that she's finally had her closure. It was so great to see her develop from the webtoon, from the first time we saw her in game, and then now her helping in her own way, helping her nation, braving through the hardships that she's had. And this is the Tori we're talking about. This is the man that has caused grief to plenty, to others across all nations, okay? That's the man they were facing. It was literally, technically, the end of the world, right? We can say that, right? Because Sumeru has the Irminsul, and if Irminsul gets wrecked, everything also gets wrecked, right? So yeah, Kale was really, I really like how they did Kale in the quest. I like how they presented her. It, I like how the game showed us that um she had hard times during the quest. She was a bit hesitant, and the fact that she actually had Nabu Malikata's remains in her, I think that was also a great touch that they did at the end of the quest. I was also surprised about that too, that they had so many like endings, I would say, in the quest. And I really love that they showed us post quest events or like situations and gave us closure. And to Kale, I think that was really needed for her character, you know? I'm not so sure how they would go from this to the future ones, but I'm really just glad that my girl can finally have some peace. And she's a ranger now, a full-fledged forest ranger. So hooray for that. I'm so proud of Kale. So yeah, I love Kale. Yeah, well, what else? Who else? Who else? I'm trying to remember it at the top of my memory. I have memory of a of a goldfish. I easily forget things. Hold on, let me just check my resin. Okay. Who else? Oh, right. Speaking of the Aranara, Surge, Lillipar, and Jet. My gosh, I screamed the moment I saw them. Okay, Jet and her story, finally seeing her dad once more and getting that closure too, made my heart melt. Okay, I really love the Golden Slumber quest. I love the quest that had Lillipar in it and also Surge. I love all of those things that I've done in Sumeru, and them being included in an actual art and quest was such a nice touch. It's very, I was really happy about that. Yeah, Sorish was a nice surprise because I already know Jet and Lilipar was gonna be in there because of the trailer. Sorish, I did not know. I did not know about that parry at all, okay? And then Surge comes in flying, dragging all of the Aronaras with them. I was even more excited in seeing Surge than I was for Lillipar because Lillipar was already anticipated, okay? Surge is my favorite non-human like NPC being in Genshin. They're like my one of my top tens actually. Yeah. I I love her so much that I actually almost 100% the area. Also, shout out to the Aranaras for having the courage to be with humans because they wanted to help Nahida in saving Sumuru. Shout out to them, such brave, courageous little beings. Okay, who else? Lilipar. Lilipar is, I wouldn't call it death. I mean, technically, right? She's dead. Lilipar's closure was not what I was expecting at all too. It caught me off guard too, along with colleagues. And I think I wanted a little bit more about that closure, but I think given the time and also the I mean it's already very long at this point, right? In Act 10. Act 10 is already long enough quest. So when I saw Lilipar in the part where she and Kale were like talking in Mindrise, and then both of them got closure. Kale having Nabu Malikata's remains be removed from her body and be peaceful about it, and then Lilipar actually reuniting with her um goddess. That was also a nice touch. I did not expect that at all. That was great. Yeah, they're like losing and like tying like some of the loose ends that we have in the quest. Okay, what else? Uh Cyrus. I was really worried about Cyrus in Act 9 because he was so rash. I mean, I wouldn't call maybe I mean I'd choose a different word, but rash is like the word that I have for now. He's always like one step ahead. He always wanted to move that it made me it made me worry so much that he's gonna die at the end. Thankfully he did not. And then Naffy's too. That was also a surprise to me. The entrance of the the entrance of all the sages made me laugh a lot because they were wearing different color robes that reminded me of Power Rangers. I forgot what I'm supposed to talk about because like I don't have any script for this. I'm just going off whatever comes to mind. Oh, speaking of, gosh, I think it's Fenty. Speaking of, when Nahida was like revoking her authority as Erminsul's keeper, that was a very chilling scene to me. Like the entire sequence from in that part got me goosebumps all throughout the Arkham quest till the end. That was phew, that was I can't even describe it with words. My English is failing me. Also, I would like to add the appearance of the shades. Even though they did not appear actual models and they appeared in like symbols, right? Hearing them in game made me lose my mind. I know it's not the first time, it's technically not the first time we've heard of them, especially Renova and Istaroth. The various voice in game. I was too focused on hearing like Istaroth and Nibirius on that scene that everything they were talking about completely fell out the window. So yeah. Uh Also Pantalone and the Torres like somewhat friendship was odd to me, but at the same time kind of makes sense. I think that's about it for my yap session, for my thoughts about the Arkham Quest Act 9 and 10. So yeah, so that's for now. Thank you so much for listening to my yap, and I'll see you guys again later. Bye bye.